Why is it that, seems like to me, Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama, and South Carolina appear to always be ranking out of 50 states? They're about from 45 to 50 at the bottom, almost every since they've been given tests. Georgia's always at the bottom as a whole. Is there any particular reason for that?
Well, I think part of that has to do with because we have not done things that are progressive or that are radical enough. Maybe radical is not the right word, but that are innovative enough in order to break away from the pack. I mean, we must break away from the pack. And so the Making Miracle has 170 plus action steps that are designed to help Bibb County to compete, not with the rest of the, not just with the rest of the counties in the state of Georgia, but strategies that will help us to compete with the rest of the country and compete globally so we can break away from the pack.
And how long would it take for us to break away from the pack? How long, through the Making Miracle, how long will it be before we rise
Correct.
to the top? We're not going to be all the way to the top but before we make that big move.
The strategies we are recommending will take somewhere between 5 to 7 years in order to have all of the strategies in place. It's going to take 5 to 7 years. However, you will begin to see substantial gains over the next 3 years and forward.
Do you think something happens in the next 3 years?
Once we begin to put the strategies in place, you will see fundamental change in 3 years.
There are some people that say that the best way to make children get better is to, you got to have better principals. Principals, the people that run it, because some principals come in and they change the schools, they change their school better. And then some principals, you have a bad principal, you have a bad school.
Yeah.
What are you doing to get, and I hate to put you like this, but what are you doing to get rid of some of the bad principals?
Well, let me put it to you this way. After 8 years and $8 billion of investment to create smaller schools and smaller class sizes across the country, Bill Gates came out several years ago and said, basically what he said, I mean, I'm paraphrasing, was he wasted $8 billion. He said, the best way to improve student achievement is to have quality educators.
Right.
Quality educators in the classrooms. And one of the ways to have quality educators is to have top-notch administrators vis-a-vis principals, assistant principals, leading the schools. And so we are going to bring a set of professional development activities so we can bolster our leadership capacity, so we can help our principals to step up to the plate, so we can help our principals to be transformational leaders. And those activities, we already started some of the training already.
Okay, I've been hearing good things. Now, let's break it down as much as we can with the time limits that we have on us. Tell us about what are the steps. I know we can't go over all of them. The basic steps that we must do as far as Making Miracle is concerned to improve the schools. Now, longer work hours, longer school days, what would it take?
Well, the first thing we need is a consistent curriculum across the board, where we can have a consistent reading curriculum and a consistent math curriculum. We also need to have a strong social studies and a strong science curriculum as well. We do need to have teachers engaging into strong professional development. We're going to also bring professional development in order to help our teachers so they can handle the discipline issues that we are facing in the classrooms. We're going to create up to 2 alternative schools. So students who are at a point where they become, where they are a danger to themselves or others, we can remove them from the environment so they can have a safe place where they can go to. And so we are going to do a lot of things as it relates to discipline and behavior. And curriculum is key. We need to have a strong curriculum in place. We need to have resources in the classroom so our teachers can have the resources necessary to help our students. We need to have year-round schooling. There's something called summer lag, where every year, particularly for students who are living in poverty, who do not have, whose parents don't have the resources to help them to go to enrichment activities during the summer. Those students fall behind every summer after spending 2 to 2.5 months of doing nothing. So year-round schooling, not having more school days, but take the current school days that we have and break them evenly across the board, is another way of making sure that we shorten summer vacation and keep our students on task so they can learn throughout the year. The other good thing about having year-round schooling is that we can have 3-week intersessions where every 3 weeks students can have summer vacation. Not summer vacation, they can have 3 weeks of vacation. And we will also put in place quarterly assessments. And every quarter we will know exactly who's making it and who's not. Instead of waiting at the end of the year, and like we did last year where we had over 1,100 students who were retained. And so every quarter we'll know where our students are at. And the ones who are not making it, we'll make it mandatory that they come for the 3-week intersessions so they can get the help that they need in order to be successful.
Have you heard much from parents on this, and children on this, about kind of taking away their
I've heard
long summer vacation?
I've heard from many who understand what we are facing as it relates to the summer lag. And so many parents and administrators and teachers who understand the problem that we're facing every year, where we have to reteach our students what they were supposed to already know. Many of our educators are in support of year-round schooling.
I think in most foreign countries they have year-round schooling. Is that true?
Not just foreign countries. In North Carolina, there are many districts in North Carolina where they have year-round schooling. They have it in Indiana. They have it all over the country.
What's the history of big summer vacations?
Well, the history, what we have is what the research says, is that summer vacation is one of the worst things you can do to children who are living in poverty because of the summer lag.
So they will continue to learn. You'll have some time off, but it'll be at smaller increments during the year.
For example, this is one example. It doesn't mean that's the model we're going to use, but one example is what's called a 45-15 model, where students go to school for 45 days and then they have 3 weeks off, 9 weeks of school and 3 weeks off. And then every 9-week period, at the end of every 9 weeks, they have a 3-week vacation.
Will all of this be laid out for the year when the 3 weeks will be off?
Absolutely.
So they could plan. Parents could plan their vacation.
Absolutely. And what we did not want to do, we did not want to come out and say that's what we're doing next year. So what we laid out in the strategic plan is that we will take 1 year, full year, to examine a calendar for the district, and then we will give parents ample time to make decisions. We're going to work with community organizations. We're going to work with different agencies to make sure that there are places during the 3-week intersessions where students can go to.
Okay. Tell us a little something about you. You have a PhD, a DDD?
EDD,
okay.
Yes.
From where?
Well, I have an EDD in educational leadership from the University of Sarasota, which is now known as Agassi University. I have a master's degree in special education at the University of Miami. I have another master's degree in mental health counseling from the Carlos Albizu University, and I have a bachelor's degree in psychology at the Mid-American Nazarene University.
Okay, so you come here very prepared.
I would hope so. When the board made the decision, it was after a long process where I was vetted by a search firm as well as every board member. And in addition to that, I've been around the block. I've been a superintendent prior to coming here. I was assistant superintendent in Hartford, a district comparable to Bibb County as it relates to size and demographics. I also started my career in Miami, Miami-Dade County Public Schools. When I was in Miami, they had 365,000 students.
Could you look at that camera right there for the next minute or so? Tell the people that making anything you want to tell them about the Make a Miracle.
What we have is a school district where we cannot graduate 50% of our students. We have a system where we have over 1,000 students who are labeled homeless. We have 1,111 students who have at least one parent incarcerated. We have over 1,000 students who are living with someone who's not their biological parent. We have to do something innovative to help our system to move forward. We can no longer continue to do what we've been doing because we know that we'll continue to get the same results. The Make a Miracle is a plan that will ensure that all students are proficient by 3rd grade. The Make a Miracle is a plan that will ensure that our students start taking dual enrollment classes in high school, and by the time they graduate high school, they'll have up to 30 college credits, which will in turn save our parents almost a year of college tuition. The Make a Miracle is a plan designed to help our students to be successful in their world, a plan designed to expose our students to up-to-date 21st century technology, a plan designed to help each and every one of our students to become college ready and to develop strength of character.
I appreciate you.
Thank
and
you
I want you to be back as soon as you can.
I will.
So we can continue this conversation.
Absolutely. I would love to.